Good morning everyone. The topic of my presentation is Thermodynamics 2. So before discussing the unit Thermodynamics 2, we will start by some basics. Firstly, we will discuss what is thermodynamics. Thermodynamics is the study of the effect of the work, heat and energy on a system. Thermodynamics is only concerned with large scale observations. It comprises of three laws: zeroth law, first law and the second law. Zeroth law includes thermodynamic equilibrium and temperature. First law includes work, heat and energy. Second law, which we will discuss in this unit, is entropy. So before moving to the second law, we must know the limitations of first law of thermodynamics. So the limitations of first law of thermodynamics are: it does not give information concerning feasibility of a thermodynamic process. That is, it fails to explain why there is heat transfer from hot container to the cold surrounding, but there is no uh, change from cold surrounding to hot container. Why is it impossible, or why is it possible that heat transfers from hot container to the cold surrounding? First law fails to explain feasibility of thermodynamics process. Next point is, it tells that work obtained is equal to heat absorbed, but in actual heat absorbed cannot be completely converted into work. So again it failed to give the logical reason behind why the work obtained is equal to the absorbed heat absorbed. Now let us discuss the second law of thermodynamics. The second law of thermodynamics says that it will arouse changes while the heat transfers from low temperature substance to the high temperature one. Different statement of second law: all spontaneous processes are thermodynamic irreversible. सेकेंड लॉ कहता है कि जितने भी हमारी स्पॉन्टेनियस प्रोसेस होंगी वो सभी की सभी इरिवर्सिबल होंगी. And below diagram shows an example of this statement. The second statement of second law was, the complete conversion of heat into work is impossible without leaving its effects somewhere. Again the diagram explains the point. Some amount of heat moves to the surrounding. Third statement of second law was, without the use of any external agency, heat cannot be itself passed from a colder body to a hotter body. That is, अगर हीट का ट्रांसफ़र होना है तो कोई ना कोई एक्सटर्नल सिस्टम या कोई एक्सटर्नल एजेंसी डेफिनेटली रिक्वायर होगी. Without it, heat can't be transferred. And below is the given example where the heat is transferred from cold body to the hot body. The next and important topic of thermodynamics 2 is Carnot cycle and its efficiency. Sadi Carnot devised a technique called Carnot cycle. Carnot chose a reversible heat engine known as Carnot engine, consisting of 1 mole of ideal gas fitted with frictionless piston insulated on all sides except bottom. This engine is having two heat reservoirs, one at higher temperature T2 and the other at a lower temperature T1. The Carnot cycle consists of 4 different operations. First, isothermal expansion. Second, adiabatic expansion. Third, isothermal compression. And the fourth, adiabatic compression. If we try to understand them, then the below given diagram explains it very well. In the first diagram, we can see isothermal expansion, where the piston expands. Second is adiabatic expansion, where insulating stand. The third one is isothermal compression, where cold reservoir, and the third one is adiabatic compression. The fourth one is adiabatic compression. If we see the graph of then between pressure and volume, then the shape would be like this, where from in the first case that is isothermal expansion, the curve is in the decreasing order. Then in the second, again the curve is in a decreasing order, which is adiabatic expansion. Then it expands, the curve increases in isothermal expansion and then again in adiabatic compression. Carnot cycle explains when state 1, that is temperature T2, moves to state 2, then the temperature remains same T2, but W is equals to minus RT2 log V2 upon V1 and Q2 is equals to minus W, which is isothermal expansion. Then in second case, when it moves from state 2 to the state 3, temperature decreases T2 to T1 and Q is equals to 0, W2 is equals to minus CV delta T, which is adiabatic expansion. In the third case, state 3, that is T1, moves to state 4, the temperature remains same T1, W3 is equals to RT1 log V4 upon V3 and minus Q1 is equals to W3, which is isothermal compression. In the fourth case, state 4 changes to state 1, that is temperature increases T1 to T2, which is adiabatic compression, and where Q is equals to 0, W4 is equals to CV delta T. Carnot also gave theorem, and now let us discuss few points of that theorem. According to equation 1.12, the efficiency of an engine working reversibly depends only on the temperature of the source and the sink. It is independent of that nature of the substance or substances used for operation. यानी कि जो इंजन वर्क कर रहा है रिवर्सिबल में, वो डिपेंड्स करता है सिर्फ टेम्परेचर किसके, सोर्स के और सिंक के. It is independent of the nature of the substance or substances used for operation. Dependent है temperature पे, source और sink के, and is independent of the nature of substance or substances used for the operation. Two important deductions are easily arrived at on the assumptions of the validity of the second law. These deductions comprise Carnot theorem. The theorem states working between the same temperature limits. First statement is, a reversible engine is more efficient than an irreversible one. And second is, all reversible engines are equally efficient. We can establish them in the following way. To establish them, we proceed following way. Thermodynamic scale of temperature. Ordinarily, the measurement of temperature is based on some property of the thermometric substance such as linear or volumetric expansion, electrical resistance, etc. There is one difficulty in such measurements. The variation in the property studied is not the same for different substances, nor it is regular in different ranges of temperature. Thus, a constant volume nitrogen thermometer will record a somewhat different value from that of a constant volume helium thermometer for measuring T1 upon T2, the ratio of temperature of two given reservoirs. We have seen that the efficiency of the reversible engine is dependent only on the temperature of the source and the sink, and is independent of the materials and of the nature of the substance used. Hence, eta is equals to W upon Q, where eta defines or represents efficiency. We have seen that the efficiency of the reversible engine is depend only on the temperature, so therefore eta becomes T2 minus T1 upon T2, or Q2 minus Q1 upon Q1 is equals to T2 minus T1 upon T2. Or we can simply simplify it by representing as Q2 upon Q1 is equals to T1 upon T2, where Q2 and Q1 are the heat received from the source and T2 are rejected to the sink at temperature T1 respectively. T2 and T1 being expressed in ideal gas scale. Kelvin proposed that a knowledge of heat Q2 absorbed from the source and heat Q1 rejected to the sink in a Carnot engine would enable us to define the ratio of the temperature of the two reservoirs. Thus, we would be able to define a scale of temperature independent of any property of substance, as Q2 and Q1 are independent of the material used in the engine. It would then be a thermodynamical scale of measurement in which the principle of thermometry is being really replaced by that of calorimetry. So it was all about thermodynamics too, in which we have discussed some basic points about thermodynamics, the three laws and what they have explained, limitations of first law, then second law, statements of second law, then the important one Carnot cycle theorem, and then we have discussed temperature scale. Thank you.